Once upon a time, in an Igbo village called Ogbachuku, there lived a poor, dirty, and disabled boy named Chike. He had a very big wound that had affected his movement, so he walked with the aid of walking sticks. Despite being poor and dirty, Chike had the power to see the future and heal others. However, he could not heal his own wound because he couldn't find the exact and specific leaf he needed to complete the concoction required for his healing. After searching for several years and several forests, he decided to give up the search. One evening, as the moon hung low in the sky, an elegantly dressed lady with a bag walked past Chike. The lady was attacked by some village gangsters. But luckily for her, Chike, observing the situation from afar, he intervened and saved the stranger. The lady introduced herself to Chike as Amaka, a doctor who had just moved to the village. Soon, they became friends. Amaka became closer to Chike, got him a house, and bought him clothes. She started taking care of him, and fortunately, she was able to heal his wound medically. As you are listening to this story, if you have already subscribed, thank you for doing that. Your support means a lot to us. And if you are new to this station and you like what we're doing, please help us to grow by hitting the subscribe button. We thank you for your support. Thank you very much. So we continue with the story. One day, the queen was about to give birth. However, the king's brother Ibe, who was desperate to attain his brother's throne, contacted a witch doctor to ensure that the king's wife, the Igwe, would not give birth safely. As she was carrying a baby boy who would definitely be the heir to the throne, soon it was time for the queen to deliver. She was rushed to Amaka's clinic and taken to the labor room. But unknown to Dr. Amaka, evil forces were at work, frustrating the effort she made to save the queen's life and deliver the baby safely. Dr. Amaka left the room and stood clueless in front of her clinic when Chike suddenly appeared. Immediately, Chike noticed the worry on her face. She explained everything to Chike, and he told her not to worry, assuring her that he would return soon. He ran into the forest and fetched some leaves, with which he prepared some herbs. They gave the queen the herbs, and she was safely delivered of a baby boy. When the king came to visit his wife in the hospital, Chike advised the king to announce that he had lost both the queen and the child, and to wait for 3 days to see how his enemy would be exposed. On the second day, the king's brother brought food for the king, unaware that the food was poisoned. Chike arrived at the palace just in time and told the king that the hour was ripe for the revelation. He asked the king to allow him to speak with the king's brother. Chike requested 2 spoons, took one and gave the other to the king's brother. Chike dipped his spoon into the food and ate some of it. He then told the king's brother to eat from the food as well, but he refused. Chike took out a small wand from his pocket, whispered some words into it, and pointed it at the king's brother, who then confessed in pain. The king banished him from the village and made Chike one of the god's eyes of the palace. Dr. Amaka was given a bigger plot of land to build a larger hospital, with most of the project being sponsored by the king. The queen was happy, and they held a grand naming ceremony for their child named Ifeanyi Chukwu, meaning God is worthy of praise.